Hi friends, in this video, we will learn more about the various built-in base conversion functions and Unicode conversion functions available in Python. Base functions such as bin, oct, and hex are useful for converting the base of an integer, whereas ord and chr functions are useful for Unicode code point conversions. Let us go through these functions in detail, starting with the bin function. The bin function returns the base 2 or binary representation of an integer as a string starting with characters 0 and lowercase b. For example, bin of 9 returns the string 0b1001, which is the binary representation of the base 10 integer 9. Bin of 0b1001 returns the string 0b1001 as the binary representation of a binary number is the same. Bin of 0011 returns the string 0b1001, which is the binary representation of 9 provided as an octal number. Bin of 0x9 returns the string 0b1001, which is the binary representation of 9 provided as a hexadecimal number. Moving on to the next function. The oct function returns the base 8 or octal representation of an integer as a string starting with characters 0 and lowercase o. For example, oct of 9 returns the string 0011, which is the octal representation of the base 10 integer 9. Oct of 0b1001 returns the string 0011, which is the octal representation of 9 provided as a binary number. Oct of 0011 returns the string 0011 as the octal representation of an octal number is the same. Oct of 0x9 returns the string 0011, which is the octal representation of 9 provided as a hexadecimal number. Moving on to the next function, the hex function returns the base 16 or hexadecimal representation of an integer as a string starting with characters 0 and lowercase x. For example, hex of 9 returns the string 0x9, which is the hexadecimal representation of the base 10 integer 9. Hex of 0b1001 returns the string 0x9, which is the hexadecimal representation of 9 provided as a binary number. Hex of 0011 returns the string 0x9, which is the hexadecimal representation of 9 provided as an octal number. Hex of 0x9 returns the string 0x9 as the hexadecimal representation of a hexadecimal number is the same. Moving on to the Unicode conversion functions, the odd function accepts a single Unicode character string and returns its corresponding integer code point. For example, odd of lowercase a returns its integer code point, which is 97. Odd of the Greek character beta returns its integer code point, which is 946. As Unicode supports not just scripts but also emojis, let us execute odd of grinning face with big eyes emoji. The result returned is integer 128515. Moving on to the final function. The chr function accepts an integer code point and returns the corresponding Unicode character. For example, chr of 97 returns lowercase a. Chr of 946 returns the Greek character beta. And chr of 128515 returns the grinning face with big eyes emoji.